So we talk about it all the time, right? When I came up with 10 wins and people were telling me I'm crazy, and I am crazy because I always say it every year. But in terms of this year, there was a formula that I said had to be done, right? Yeah. And I was like, they had to be top 5 and running the football for this conversation to be had at the end of the year. It's the only way. That was the only way that this was even serviceable and a conversation we could have, right? Because of the skill set of your quarterback. Because you should get big explosive plays, right? Well, guess what you're getting? Guess what we're watching? Can this continue and continue and continue? Why not? That's why I'll say 5-1. Why not? Because right now there's nothing there's nothing that tells me otherwise. Right.
Well, the biggest criticism, not from us, but just nationally, or even the people that still want to doubt, and that's fine, are you haven't played any good quarterbacks. Okay,
well, that's a legitimate conversation.
Yes, completely understand that. But in the conversation, again, we're not talking about this is going to be a Super Bowl team or this is not going to be a playoff run team. We're talking strictly, can they over
Hold on 1 second. Heineke, Jones, Dak, and forget who's playing for Giants.
Wilson or Flacco. Nobody jumps out and says
nobody jumps out, but they're better than what you've. I'll make this argument. They're better than what you've played. They're better than Trevor Siemian, who stinks. Yes. Okay, they're better than Teddy Bridgewater, who's stealing paychecks. Okay, they're better. They're better than some of these guys. They're better than Sam Darnold. Like they just are. And that's not crowning them. I'm just telling you, they're like, if these guys are here, they're like,
yeah.
Right? So it's marginal, very marginal, but in my opinion, better. You're playing, I want to say better defenses because these defenses are extremely good that you played. But you're playing, to me, a little bit better quarterbacks, better offenses that have more firepower, per se. Just talking about Washington, for the Jets, too. I mean, the Washington Jets, and maybe not the Jets, because who they have playing quarterback, but the other two have, in my opinion, a little bit more stuff around it too than the Saints team you just played.
You talked about defenses, right, Dom? Well, we saw the last 2 weeks. We went against the 7th best rush defense in the Broncos, and we went up against the number 1 rush defense against the Saints. So the next 4 teams we play, Giants twice, Washington twice, Jets once, Cowboys once. The Giants at the moment are ranked 23rd in rush defense, so they're much weaker. The Jets are ranked 28th in rush defense, and then you have Washington is ranked 6th. The Cowboys are ranked 10th.
There you go. Well, it's not even about even rankings right now because you're not factoring this in. Make sure you do, though. Like, make sure you factor in that you're double dipping teams now. Like, you're playing teams twice in a short period. Not only divisional games, you got them like so they just sold you. They just fucking sold you. So you would think that they're going to get better or whatever, right? You would think that, like, okay, I just saw this now.
Well, it becomes a coaching matchup. It's
that's what I was saying earlier. This is where coaching helps you win games, and you need talent, of course. But this is when coaching has guys ready to play, right, etc. This time of year, like, you need to be ready to go. You need to be focused.